Also making headlines this morning, the news that Prince Andrew reportedly is looking to overturn that legal settlement he made with Virginia Giuffree and even to get her to say sorry. Well, royal editor Russell Myers is here, so he wants his money back. But then you kind of think, well, why did you cough up millions in the first place?
Yes, I think the timing of this is quite suspect, isn't it? I mean, we're only still grieving the late Queen, looking forward to the coronation. Very much a case of, does Prince Andrew think that he has a role to play within that coronation? We've spoken before about the fact that he thinks he still has a role to play within royal life. So is this part of a play to do that? Now, we do understand that he has consulted lawyers to really discuss the fact whether he has got a chance. I mean, Virginia Giuffre had apologised to Alan Dershowitz to say that, that she may have made a mistake in her allegations towards him. Now, the fact that that had happened, does Prince Andrew think that he has a case? He's sort of been bolstered by the fact that he's sold his Swiss chalet that we know he sort of benefited to about £10 million. No doubt he would have been left money in the Queen's will as well. So does he think the fact that he has a clear run at it leading up to the coronation? Your guess is as good as mine, but I think the timing is quite suspect.
It really is. And when you've got somebody like Ghislaine Maxwell speaking up for you, you kind of wonder, is it better not to have anybody at all? But she has been talking about it.
She has, again, another extraordinary turn of events. This is 7 p.m. tonight on Jeremy Kyle Live, Talk TV. But he has got a chat with her from her prison cell where she discusses that infamous picture of herself, Virginia Giuffre and Prince Andrew. Let's take a look.
It's a fake. I don't believe that. I don't believe it's real for a second. In fact, I'm sure it's not. Well, there's never been an original. And further, there's no photograph. And I've only ever seen a photocopy of it.
Sorry, I was so distracted by the background. I have watched it a couple of times, but that background is weird.
Yes.
That's not the jail. She must have put something up on her computer, surely. That's
well, unless there's some funky wallpaper going on in the Florida jail, I'm
sure. Very strange indeed. Does he honestly think that he can make a comeback, that he can actually be part of the royal family?
Well, as it was said to me previously, the only person in the world who probably thinks he does have a chance is Prince Andrew himself. And I think that this smacks of entitlement, privilege once again, thinks he's got a clear run at trying to exonerate himself, although we do know he's already paid £12 million to Virginia Giuffre that the Queen did make a contribution to as well. The plot thickens.
It really does. I mean, paying that amount of money and now wanting to claw it back, all very odd. Do you think he'll be at the coronation, albeit behind a pillar?
Well,
or do you think he'll actually be
well, again,
there?
I mean, he'd want to be. I mean, Prince Andrew would say that he'd always said that he'd never done anything wrong. He'd never could remember meeting Virginia Giuffre. So let's wait and see what this happens, because a lot of lawyers have been saying, not a chance in hell.
Yes.
But I suppose the only people benefiting are the lawyers. So.
No, that's very true. And with Maxwell saying that she thinks the photos are fake and all the rest of it, it just muddies the water.
The plot thickens. Definitely.
It surely does. Right. Let's talk about plans for the coronation, because it's been, you know, we're finding out more about what it's going to be like.
And lots to look forward to. So, you know, coming back to the Jubilee, we all had a fantastic weekend of celebrations, and this is going to be quite the same vein, because on May the 6th, on the Saturday, we actually have the coronation at Westminster Abbey. It's going to be a big procession of the royals, a balcony moment with members of the royal family. Who will we see? Prince Andrew, Harry and Meghan, will they show up?
Doubt it.
Lots of questions to be answered.
Who knows?
But again, lots to look forward to. On Sunday, we're going to have a concert at Windsor Castle. It's going to be a big light show, big lunch street parties all over the country, which will be great. And on Monday the 8th, which, even if you don't care a fig for King Charles or the royals, we get an extra bank holiday, which is a lot to look forward to. But everybody's encouraged to get involved in their local communities. It's called a Big Help Out, and get involved with some volunteering aspects of
what a lovely idea.
Yeah, it's
just
great.
Pay it forward, you know, do a lovely thing. Even if it's a wee teeny thing, it's OK. Now, controversially, Camilla's going to be crowned as well. Now, nobody would have saw that coming. Remember Princess Diana when she made that interview, God love her, and she said, I'm never going to be queen. But I wondered if she ever thought that the day would come where Camilla would be crowned.
Or whether Camilla even thought it. I mean, we've come a long way since people were sort of remonstrating with her in car parks of supermarkets. But, I mean, the first time since 1937 that we will have a queen crowned next to the King. King George's coronation, that exact same thing happened.
Gosh,
so there's a lot of symbolism here. I mean, people talking about the fact that it's going to be a scaled-down coronation. I'm not too sure. I mean, talking about maybe less than 3 hours, less than 8,000 people. They're probably, pretty much a given. But it's still a man and a woman in a couple of crowns with a golden state coach. It's still going to have all the pomp and pageantry you would expect.
Yeah, and the world will be watching.
They will
and
be.
They want it.
Yes.
You know, they want all of that.
And as I say, when we looked at the Jubilee and the Queen's funeral to a certain extent, we were the envy of the world. And that's what we do very well. But the Jubilee was something to really savour, and we all looked forward to it. And I think this will be part of the same.
3 days of parties.
Exactly.
3 days
and
of parties.
Who could argue with that?
Oh, do we ever need that? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Russell. Thank you so, so much.